Hey everyone, this is Pete, and today we're taking a look at Gauntlet for the NES. This was a 1988 release on the console after the 1985 arcade original by Ed Logg. Logg actually had very little to do with this NES port. Rather than it being a direct conversion, it's an adaptation, redesigned for home play. I actually had no idea this was the case until very recently, so I've been curious to give this a go ever since I found out about it. Logg recalls that Eric Horn did this port, but speaking in a 1999 interview with Atari HQ, Logg appeared to regard the NES port of Gauntlet 2 a bit more favourably, since it was closer to the original arcade game. Most of the historical information about Gauntlet online relates to the arcade version, so it's kind of tough to track down definitive information about this NES version. There were two NES releases of it, once as an unlicensed black cut, then a later official release after Tengen made nice with Nintendo. It was apparently the first NES game to be developed in America as well, and that's about all I know about it. So let's go play Gauntlet. Okay, here we are with the NES version of Gauntlet, which, like I said in the intro, I never knew was a completely different game to the arcade game. I've played Gauntlet 2 on the NES. In fact, I own a copy that I inherited off a friend that I borrowed an NES from when I was about 15 years old and still have. Sorry, Ed. But yeah, Gauntlet 2 is a fairly good conversion of the arcade game, whereas this is distinctive to the NES, designed specifically for the NES. Got its own story, got its own structure, and yeah, it's really neat. It's a similar sort of idea to what they did with Gauntlet 4 on the Mega Drive, but not quite as in depth, I don't think. Anyway, one player. Yes, I heard you the first time. Select hero, then press A. Alright, so you see they've all got stats there. There's Questel the Elf with 2 defense, 3 melee attack power, 3 magic power, I guess, and 5 speed. We've got Merlin the Wizard with 1 defense, 3 attack power, 5 magic power, and 3 speed, I guess. Thor the Warrior with 4 defense, 5 attack power, 1 magic, and 2 movement. And then Thyra the Valkyrie with 5 defense, 3 attack, 2 magic, and 3 movement. Let's go with Thyra because, you know, we'll always pick a lady if one is available. Alright, so the basic execution of this is just, it is standard Gauntlets. It's just the overall structure of the game is a bit different. So you don't have a score to worry about, for one thing. At least not in the same way as you do in the arcade game. You have a score that basically counts how many treasures you've acquired. And at various milestones of collecting treasures, you will increase your maximum life. Now, this actually addresses one of my most significant criticisms with Arcade Gauntlet and most of Gauntlet's home ports, which is that a lot of it feels kind of meaningless after a while, because in a lot of home ports of Gauntlet you can just keep credit feeding and adding health to yourself, which means that the entire experience doesn't really, you're not really showing any skill, you're not making any real progress or anything other than clearing the levels. Whereas in this, you start with a set amount of life. So we can see there our current life is 806 and our maximum is 900. Our score is 11. That's the number of treasures we've acquired. And you'll see, if I collect those, our score is now 15. So you get 1 point for every treasure you get. That there is a potion. So like in the arcade game, you can use those to clear screens of enemies. And there's certain enemies, the main one being Death, who can only be defeated using a magic potion. And the enemies, of course, come out of the generators. If you destroy the generators, you stem the tide of enemies a little bit. I believe the level of generator also determines the strength of the enemy he comes out of it as well. I think that's food. Yes, so that's healed us back up. And let's take the exit. Right, and then this is the other new thing. You have a map of each world in this one. So we're currently in the castle world, and we started in the bottom, sort of bottom row, the first one on that bottom row, and you'll see that it's now linked across to the next wall pattern, which is indicating just a regular level. And your aim in each world is to make it through all the stages, but you also have to make sure that you get to the room marked with a question mark as well, which has a clue in it. And in those rooms, if you successfully complete them, you will be given part of a password, and you can't finish the game without that password. So you basically need to figure out which exit goes where in levels that have multiple exits, and make your way through all the stages as efficiently as you can. So I think it's basically every 50 treasures you get, you level up, and your life max increases. Right, so there's one exit there. Which I don't know if we want to take. So it's not like Arcade Gauntlet where... Oh, I don't have any keys. It's not like Arcade Gauntlet where taking a different exit just takes you to a later level. In this one, it takes you to a different level, not necessarily a later one. Oh, I think I may have chosen poorly with my doors to open. But it's okay. I don't think we can destroy any of these walls. Yeah. I should have chosen a different direction to go. But for now, let's just go this way. Right, so that takes us on to the third one along the bottom. Taking a bit of damage from enemies there. So just like in Arcade Gauntlet, you can melee attack certain enemies by walking into them. But the ghosts you can't do that with, so the ghosts will just hurt you if you touch them. These dudes are the grunts. You can melee attack them. But you're better off trying to get them from afar. There are crumbly blocks there that we can destroy. Row! How are we doing on treasures? Well, we got 40, so we should level up if we get another 10 treasures. And in each world there are several treasure rooms as well. Oh, there's a crumbly block. That's nice, because in the arcade version the crumbly blocks weren't always obvious. You had to kind of learn where they were. Another crumbly block there. Let's get rid of this generator. Oh, the slowdown. I think it might be time to use a magic, but since Valkyrie's magic isn't amazing, that didn't clear the screen completely. Need to get to those generators. Preferably without dying. That would be nice. Oh dear. Taking a beating. Right, so there's an exit there. Oh yes, that's an important thing to note. You can only have one shot on screen at once. So if you fire right the way across the screen and miss everything, then you've got to wait for that shot to disappear before you can do anything. So there's one exit there. I think I saw another one somewhere. Is it down here? Maybe I was imagining that. I guess not. Interestingly, you do seem to move quite a bit slower diagonally than horizontally or vertically. Alright, let's take that exit, and that takes us to a treasure room. Right, so in a treasure room, you've got 30 seconds. Oh, level up. So our maximum health is now 1,000. Because we've got 50 treasures. So yeah, like I say, in the treasure room, you've got 30 seconds to grab as many treasures as you can. And if you get out in time, you will also get a full restore of your health. So a bit of a risk versus reward thing going on here. And there we go. And you see, you also get a password down at the bottom, so you can pick up where you left off. Can we skip this? No, we cannot. Okay, good. Right, we then head in over to the left. And this level has grunt generators. So let's stop them generating grunts. That seems like a good first step. So yeah, like I said, I actually really like this. Oh dear, that's a paralysed trap. I actually specifically like this because I think it's just a better game structure than Arcade Gauntlet. Because Arcade Gauntlet just feels a bit directionless and meaningless after a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always liked Arcade Gauntlet, and I like several of the home ports of it, but I've always preferred the games that take the Gauntlet formula and do something a little bit different with it. So like the Atari Lynx version is a good example. Because what that one does is it gives you a much wider selection of characters to choose from. It gives you an inventory. What is this? Is this food? No, I don't know what that is, but I've collected it. Whatever it might be. Yeah, it gives you a much wider selection of characters to choose from. It gives you a quest with a definitive beginning, middle and end. And it just felt a bit better structured than Arcade Gauntlet did. Right, so there's an exit down in the corner, which I may have to step through a few of these traps to get to. And we can go around here. Is that the only way in there? I think it might be. Ow, 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 ow. Well, a bunch of treasure in there. EH, I believe that is what was his name? Eric Horn, I think it was. The guy who made this game. Some food. Oh dear. I've not seen any other exits. So I guess there's only one exit out this level. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way to express how I feel about Arcade Gauntlet, because I'm not sure meaningless is quite the right word, because there is value to playing Gauntlet, particularly if you've got some friends along with you. It is a lot of fun to play cooperatively. But I guess with the way the health system works in it specifically, it feels like you're sort of not really proving anything by making progress through it. So I'll give you an example. In the Midway Arcade Treasures packs for PS2, Xbox and GameCube, which I suspect is one way that quite a lot of people play Gauntlet at home, you can literally just press the Y button to add more health, as if you'd put another coin into the machine. And yes, that is how the arcade machine worked. You would insert another coin, you would get more health immediately. But being able to do that an infinite number of times, basically, it feels like cheating, basically. But then at the same time, Arcade Gauntlet is designed in such a way that losing health is unavoidable. I mean, literally, for one thing, because your health is always constantly ticking down, which it is in this as well. It is in this as well, but the difference here is it's a lot easier to heal. You have opportunities to upgrade your maximum health without it being a essentially bottomless resource. And it feels much more like meaningful progression. So if you're playing Gauntlet in the arcades, the health system makes a certain amount of sense, because you can sort of challenge yourself to see how far you can get on the money you've got in your pocket, basically. And yes, you can do that with the home ports, like the Midway Arcade Treasures version. But the temptation is always there to just press that Y button and just continue, just keep going. And eventually you get to a point where you think, well, am I really having fun with this? Is this actually enjoyable? Or am I just playing it for the sake of it? Whereas with this, you have meaningful limits on what you can do, on how much progress you can make. But through skillful play and through knowing the game, you can get a bit further each time. And it's not paying to win. It's not exploiting the mechanics of the arcade machine. The game has been designed for home play. It's as simple as that. It's been properly designed to be played at home. And I talk about this a fair bit whenever I look at beat-em-ups. So like, if you compare something like Final Fight to Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage 2 is the infinitely better game, simply because it's been designed for home play. It's designed to be fair. It's designed to be completable. It's not designed to get to a point where it's so hard the only way to progress is to keep pumping money into it. It rewards skill and knowing the game. And it doesn't just reach a point where it's pay up or stop playing. which of course is something that arcade games have always struggled with and will always struggle with because of the reason they exist. They are designed to be pay to play. That is their reason for existence. And the reason good home conversions of games are not like that is because they have no obligation to make arcade operators money. I don't know why I found that word so difficult to say. They have no obligation to make arcade operators' life easy and profitable. Because you buy an NES cartridge, you've bought that game. That game is yours now. You can play it as much as you want, for as long as you want. Sure, you might not be able to beat it straight away. But you know that getting better at the game, getting to know it better, understanding it more, learning the levels, that will bring you closer to being able to finish it. And there's a lot of arcade games where I'm not sure that is truly the case. Because yes, there are people out there who can and will do 1 credit clears of certain games. I don't even know if a 1 credit clear of Gauntlet is possible, because 1 credit gets you about 700 health. Which, even if you play absolutely perfectly, is going to expire thanks to the counting down health. There is a finite amount of time you will be able to play the game, because the health pickups do not keep pace with the rate at which you lose health. Whereas in this they do. You have a lot more food pickups. You have the health upgrade system. You have the treasure rooms to fully replenish your health. And yeah, so while it's not quite as pretty as the arcade version, and it's not completely true to the arcade version, I think this is a much preferable way to play the original Gauntlet these days. That's my feeling anyway. I mean, your feelings may well differ. You may just like the experience of playing Gauntlet, the arcade version. And I've been there too. I remember when they released the original Gauntlet on Xbox Live Arcade in the early days of the Xbox 360. I don't think it's there anymore. But yeah, they released Gauntlet on Xbox Live Arcade in the early days of the Xbox 360, and me and my friends just immediately downloaded it because we loved playing Gauntlet as kids. And the ability to enjoy it again on a new system was very exciting. Right, I don't see any other exits, so I guess we're taking this one. And it's treasure room time again. Alright. Where is the exit? Do we have to get the key for the exit to appear? Is that how it works? I don't know. But regardless, let's get some treasures and then get the hell out of here. Right, up to 138 treasures. So I assume we'll get another upgrade at 150. Now, interestingly, the manual does say if you get over 2,000 treasures, your password will stop working. So I can only assume that something similar to what they had with Adventure on the 2600 is that the way it's been programmed, it just can't handle a number bigger than 2000 for whatever reason. And it just means if you score over a certain amount, you can't save your progress anymore, which is hilarious. That is hilarious. And like, rather than fix it, they just thought, nah, we'll just make an excuse in the manual, it's fine. Because to a certain extent, we were used to this sort of thing. Like I say, it was in the original Adventures manual that, or if you have too many objects on screen, sometimes your magic may not work. And what that meant is the Atari 2600 can't handle this many sprites on screen at once. So please don't do that. Right, I've got a load of keys. There's also a lot of food on this level, so I probably shouldn't waste that. We're probably not going to do a full playthrough of this today, by the way, because it is quite long, even if you know the route through, and I don't know the route through, so... But I did want to spend a bit of time acknowledging this game and this specific version of it, because I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool, and it's a version of Gauntlet I'm much more likely to come back to than probably any other version. There's the Lynx version as well, of course, but that's a sequel rather than a version of the original Gauntlet. Oh, there's death. So you can get rid of death if you shoot him enough, but it's generally a bad idea to try doing that, because he takes an absolutely absurd number of shots, and while you are attempting to shoot him, he is draining your life at a frightening pace. So you're best off just using your magic. Right, so there's an exit there in the middle. And I think there was one over by death as well, wasn't there? Was there? No. Anyway, let's destroy death with a potion. No, there's no exit over here. But there is a key to replenish the one we just used, and a potion to replenish the one we just used, so that's nice. Right, let's just take us to the inside of the spiral. Let's just check out the rest of this level, just in case. Right, some more baddies down here. How do we get down there? There's a door there. Is that? That's off one wall of the spiral, isn't it? I didn't see that before. Maybe I did, and I just walked past it. I feel like the exit in the middle is too obvious. Wait, hold on. Oh, why are you doing this to me? There's got to be a way through. There's two concentric spirals, and I can't get onto the other one. Can we go up this way? Any walls we can destroy? Nope. I assume it's going to keep indicating the walls that are breakable. But then again, it might not. Oh. I see. This level wraps around on itself. That makes more sense. Oh. Okay, not sure what that box does, but I want it. What does that do? I don't know. Oh, it's reflective shots. That's not super useful. Right, so now we've murdered everything. What does that achieve for us? Nothing at all. Good! And now I'm on the wrong side of this spiral. Right, I think now we're on the right track. I thought there was going to be another exit, but I can't see one. Unless it's hidden somewhere. Right, so from this one we need to try and get to the clue room. And I do not know which is the correct exit. Because I assume there's going to be more than one. Right, there's one over there. Flashy block is a switch, I believe. What does this do? It gets rid of all those walls. Yow! Yum! So the reflective shot thing we had was only temporary. Just lasted for the level that we were on. From the look of things. It's actually not necessarily super desirable to get that because, like I say, you can only have one shot on screen at once. And if it's bouncing around all over the place, then that's a problem. Right, press the switch, that opens that door. Got another death, so let's just potion him. There's an exit. But is that an exit we want? Because I don't see any more. But that map looked as if there might be different ways to go. But equally, there might not be. Alright, well, I guess we're taking the exit. Oh, that's taking us back down there, so we're taking a roundabout route. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, ow, ow, yow, yow. Yeah, none of that, please. Do I have to go that way? I think I do have to go that way, don't I? Yes. Right, that thing down there, that's a locked treasure chest, which you need a key to open. But since you also need keys for doors, not always a good idea to open them. Am I right in thinking they might sometimes have upgrades in them? Let's have a look. There is an upgrade in there. That is reflective shots, which I don't think I want. Health is getting a bit tight, but it's okay. There are multiple deaths. Destroy him! Right, what do these do? You get rid of walls, and walls, and walls. There's an exit. But I might not want to take that one. Because... treasure? Lots of destroyable walls there, but no way through. Well, there's another exit down there. How do I get in there then? Is there another destroyable wall with another switch somewhere, maybe? I don't see anything. So how does one... how does one get in there? It's a secret to everybody! Well, I think whatever you're supposed to do, I might have messed it up, so let's take this. Just in case there is anything underneath it, which there is not. Nothing around here. Yeah, if I am able to get in there, I don't think I can now, so... oh, excuse me. Well, I guess we have to take this way then. That's okay, don't take us to a treasure room. And the exit is up the top. Don't get too greedy. And we got a level up. And a full heal. And a full heal. You can't skip that by pressing start, apparently. Okay. We need to try and get to that clue room. Yow. Yow. A lot of traps and switches in here. Let's see what all that's done for us. Yum. Got so many keys. So many keys. Acid puddles. Right, there's one exit. But there's two exits. So how's about this one? You guys come over here. Come on. You come through here. Yeah, that's it. Yep. You keep going that way. That's good. Oh, but which one is it? Is it the one past the acid bubbles, or is it the one behind the locked door? I just don't know. I'm going to take this one. I don't know if that was correct. I guess we'll find out. Another death there. Or many deaths. Glad I checked before I used a potion. Right. Just three of them? Away with you! Those switches only ever seem to take walls away. So I don't know if it is possible to pick a wrong one. Now, two exits to choose between on this level though. Die! Again. Because you're ghosts, because you're already dead. Can I hit the generator from here? I think I can. Yeah, I can indeed. No more house for you, little horrors. Oh, the NES is struggling with this many things on screen at once. I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is a game where it pays to take notes. So, taking notes of what's on which level, how the levels connect to one another, and by doing that, you will eventually solve it. You will eventually successfully make your way to that final room with the whole password, which is randomly generated, by the way, so you can't just look it up online. So yeah, I would suggest if you're going to play this seriously, bring a notepad. Make notes, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. because you got those passwords, which will, I guess, in theory allow you to go back to a previous point if you did make a mistake in choosing which exits to take and so on. And annoyingly, I don't think the position in the level corresponds to which direction on the overall map it takes you. Is it worth unlocking those 4 doors? No, I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure that's where we started. Okay, we'll leave those treasures be then. Top or side? Top or side? Side. Okay, don't know if that's right, but we'll see. I'm trapped in a doorway. Ghosts everywhere. Yow, yow, yow. Yum. I love these crispy old samples. I love that the NES could do digitized sound. It's great. It's an underappreciated aspect of that system's sound capabilities, I think. That's because there's a bunch of games that make great use of it for drums in music. NES games with digitized percussion are just fantastic. Oh god, so many baddies! So many baddies! No escape! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not going amazingly. Stop it. Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Need to get rid of those generators! Oh no, I think I'm going to die here. I think that might be what's going to happen. That settled it down a little bit. To do with these generators. Exit up on the top left. Is that the only exit? I don't think I've seen another one. But I could be wrong. Oh, run, run, run! Ooh, what's that? Oh, have I upgraded my shot power? I think I might have. Let's hope it's not too little too late. Because I am in a spot of bother health-wise. Oh, it's also worn off. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. There are permanent upgrades you can get in this. To things like your shot power. And I think shot speed. You collect those as items. And I believe they are potions rather than boxes. Oh, I'm not going to survive much longer. You, die, please. Thank you. Good. Right. Release the acid bubbles. Right. Now there are a bunch of crumbly blocks down in this corner. Is there anything interesting hidden in them? No. I thought there might be, but apparently not. Oh well, now we know. Treasure room. I think I might have missed the clue room. But let's see. I think that key's always in the same place. But the exit is somewhere different each time. I might actually die before I get out of here. There it is. It's a full refresh. Yeah, well, let's skip that because I don't need to see you counting up 1200 points. Press any key. Yeah, I missed the clue room. I missed the clue room. So yeah, let's do this first level and then we'll call it a day. So I made a poor choice somewhere. Which, to be fair, you have no indication of whether you've made a poor choice or not. Which is why I say bring the note paper. So like there's still value to keeping playing, even if you have missed a clue room, because you can learn some additional information that will be helpful in future playthroughs. So you learn the routes that some of the other exits will take you, and that's helpful information. So I think you've just got to accept that you're not going to beat this game first time. And that's fine. Because it gives it some longevity, doesn't it? Well, I can get that potion now. I think that is a shot upgrade. Does that show up on... Right, yeah, the little red dot above my score. I think that indicates that my shots are powered up now. So I think it should be easy to destroy everything now. Oh no! That's not what you want to find in a chest, especially when you don't have any potions. Go away. Oh god, there's two of them. Get away from me! Oh no, I can't get out. Run away! Alright, anyway, so we're on to the second world there, which is the forest world. So yeah, that is Gauntlet for NES. It's a really cool version of the game, I think, and one that I'm planning on spending a bit more time with the aforementioned notepad, so I can figure out the correct route for myself, or just look it up online. But I feel it would be more satisfying if you work it out for yourself. But as always, it's entirely up to you as to how you choose to do that. And if you're playing on emulation, you can always use save states to step back if you've made a mistake, or you can use the passwords that are built into the game itself as well. So anyway, just remains for me to say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.